3,
Awesome.
2, 1, boom. Hey, what's up, STG Weekly fans? This is the F-Man, aka Frenetic, coming at you with yet another episode of STG Weekly. This is a kind of reunion of sorts. Soft Drink.
Yo, yo.
And we also have Aquas.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, here's like some of the old school STG Weekly crew coming back at you. We're here to survey a series of episodes based on Cave Shmupmania, which is for those of you not in the know about it already, was a joint demonstration of cave games between the Japanese and also the Western community. They came together. A lot of them did score attacks at the simultaneous runs on the same game. And I want to say we have a very, very special guest here to open this series of Shmupmania episodes on STG Weekly. The one, the only, Gus.
Hey, brah. Hey, can you guys hear me?
You did.
All right.
Well, without further ado, I want to hand it off to Soft Drink, and then he can get it on in the way and get this ball rolling.
Sure. Yeah, so for those who did not catch the streams live, Cave Shmupmania was an event took place last weekend as of this recording, so that would be May 2nd and 3rd in Japan time. And it was, as Frenetic said, a collaboration between the Western and Japanese shooting game communities with a lot of side-by-side score races. So we had, so many great games. So the first day was Futari Ultra.
And so many great players.
Exactly. Futari Ultra, Mushihimesama Ultra, Esperade, Ketsui, Doronpachi Daifukatsu, Doronpachi Daiojo, Doronpachi Saidaijo, and there was like a bonus Doronpachi run, and there's probably something else I'm forgetting here. And Gus was not only one of the players, but he was also one of the event organizers. And so maybe that's a good place to start is, Gus, tell us a little bit about, how Shmupmania began. How did this happen?
Well, like you said, it was kind of a collaboration with some Japanese players, especially Ituji. He was the main guy handling things on the Japanese side. And he'd actually done some events in the past in Japan like this. Like last year, I actually attended one of his events.
Cool.
He does them like every year at Acho for Golden Week. But like the thing is, this year he couldn't do an event at Acho because everything was closed due to coronavirus. So yeah, there was a bit there where he wasn't really sure what to do. And then one day, like we were just talking some Doronpachi together, and he said, "Hey, how about we do something where like Japanese players and Western players like play together? We can like stream it, split screen." And that's really just how the event started.
That's awesome, and it's really cool to know that it's like kind of in a direct response to this global situation right now too. Especially as a way to bring these communities together in this particular time of crisis. That's amazing.
Well, this is kind of historic too, isn't it? Because the Western and Japanese communities haven't officially came together in like an event, have they?
Not in this kind of capacity. I mean, we've had a couple instances where Western events have invited Japanese players over, or I think vice versa.
Shoutouts to Stunfest.
I guess that's pretty similar, but it's nice to see it again, though.
It's interesting to with this event because you had kind of the simultaneous back and forth, especially in the chat, seeing how it was like a bunch of Japanese and a bunch of English commentary, like back and forth all the time. It wasn't always intelligible, and I think there's certainly some technical details that could have been improved a little bit. Looking at you, automatic translation bot, but it was still an amazing experience just to kind of see that interplay. Well, how long did it take to put things together? Was it weeks, days, hours? Like it seemed to be like it kind of came up out of nowhere, and then suddenly like, oh, next week there's going to be this super cool event. So
yeah, we didn't really have much time to put this thing together. Like it was just like a few weeks before Golden Week that Hituji came up with the idea. So yeah, like pretty much all my player recruiting was just like done over the course of like a few days, basically. I think that's also kind of how it was for Hituji as well. Then like Jamers, like he initially turned it down because of Callus, but then like the day before the event, he decided he did in fact want to participate. So like yeah, and we just happened to like be in Hituji's stream. Me and Mogler, we were right there in his stream the day before the event, and like we just told him, "Yo, Jamers wants to play." Jamers got at it.
Yeah, the
Nice.
typical Jamers, he practices for one day, gets a no miss of Escarade. So, although I think he played the game a fair bit before that. But
Well, he was focusing pretty much all on Callus, I think, actually.
yeah, you mentioned that to me a bit.
Yeah.
Wow, he switched
That's
gears.
wild.
That's wild. So, Gus, you said you attended one of Toji's events in Japan. Am I correct with that?
Hituji. Yeah.
Hitoji.
Hituji.
Hituji.
Yeah.
So you attended one of his events in Japan. What was that like, the event that he put on?
Well, this was last year, and it was also during Golden Week. I just kind of happened to be traveling to Japan with my girlfriend, and I met up with SPE, the Death Smiles World Record holder, and he told me, hey, there's going to be a big event in a few days. You want to go? And me and my girlfriend, we just happened to have it on our itinerary that we were going to be going to Kyoto, like right when this event was happening. So yeah, I went to the event, and it was 3 days. Yeah, it lasted 3 days. And like, when
wow.
when it was going on, I was pretty much just being like all day at the arcade, like talking to these Japanese players there. They had tons of players from all over Japan there, and it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she wasn't too pleased actually.
Well, she must be a good girlfriend for you, Gus, to have you be able to stick around while you were at Acho, which is, for those of you who don't know, Acho is a big arcade and kind of like a shopping mall in Kyoto. So it's almost like the Taito Hei of Kyoto, I would say.
Yeah, and this event, like the one last year, I think it was actually streamed. Like they showed some of the super plays on YouTube, and a lot of the guys who participated in that event were also the same guys putting together this event. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Wow. Can you tell us any like secret stories about hanging out with the Japanese players? Something for our Western audience that they might not know about the Japanese players, since you got to spend a lot of time with.
Well, that event, like that was actually the first time that I met Hituji. Like it wasn't actually until like the third day that I met him. Like I don't know, he was always kind of occupied because he was running the event, but like I saw like he kind of heard that there was like a foreigner there walking around, so he kind of like sent out some tweets. Wow, there's a foreigner at my event. I gotta meet him. So, yeah, like the first day, I made sure that we kind of like meet, and yeah, I guess that kind of like set the stage for like this event because he was already kind of familiar with me.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you also visited Cave, right? Can you tell us a little bit about how that went and how exactly that happened?
Yeah, that was back in January. That was a different trip to Japan that I was also going off my girlfriend.
Nice.
Yeah, she didn't really have.
Hey, your girlfriend's a great charm.
Well, like she didn't really have such a great time in Japan the last time because I spent like the whole time just going to arcades. So I figured like maybe we could go again and could do other stuff besides just hanging around arcades all day. But yeah, then we went and we ended up spending a ton of time at arcades anyway. And yeah, Shutaro, I kind of got to meet him in person. That was really cool. I also got to meet Kayar and Paketti, and I watched him like do a live race in front of me at the arcade. Yeah, their Shmupmania match, that was actually a rematch of a match that they had back in January in Japan that I got to watch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So is Cave like an office space, or
Yeah.
did you meet Yogawa and Akeda?
No, I didn't get to really like meet anybody there. Actually, it was a big thing, like that I wasn't supposed to like see anything secret that he was working on. I was just gonna like go in the office, do the interview, and get out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they seem really strict with NDAs there. Like Shutaro, we actually wasn't sure if he was going to be able to like let me do it. It was only like a few days before they told me, yeah, I got the clearance, man. You can come in.
Wow.
I posted the footage on YouTube. Like you can see, I just plain went crazy when I got.
Yeah,
this.
I've seen some of the videos.
Yeah.
It's like getting into like the Forbidden City in stage 5 of Mushihimesama Futari.
Or like me and Charlie, you can see the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yeah, that
there
is
you go.
awesome.
That's an amazing analogy.
That is crazy. Well, I mean, I guess Cave ranks up with the other like government organizations like the CIA and NSA, the KGB. We have the CAVE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, they're cooking up some new arcade shmup. So,
Hey, fingers crossed. That'd be amazing.
I think they posted some new mobile stuff on their channel though.
Yeah, they're working on something in there. I don't know what.
They probably had Yagawa chained to a computer. They didn't want you to see him, and maybe Ikeda was using a whip on him or something.
Man, that's not how you treat a legend, man.
Oh, okay.
That's not how you treat a god.
You can't treat him like that.
Oh man. All
Here
right,
you
well,
have it. Back reunion, STG Weekly. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely back, boys. So
we back boys.
speaking of reunions, the last time that we had you on for coverage of Futari Ultra was 7 years ago. Which, like, first of all, what? Has the show been around that long? Have we been doing this for that long?
I think I missed a year in there somewhere.
Right, yeah. I think I missed about 5.
Yeah.
Man.
Feels like
So, yeah.
yesterday.
Let's. Do you want to kind of? Maybe is this a good time to sort of like segue into the run, Gus, or is there more you want to talk about before we?
I mean,
get into
yeah,
it?
we can still keep shooting the shit. I probably.
I want to say like there's some rumor in the Western community going around that like Ikeda and Yagawa retired, and yeah, that's totally wrong. Like, yeah, actually in the footage that I posted on YouTube, like you can see me asking Tar, hey, like does he still work here? Like actually, dude, I was talking about like Ikeda and Yagawa. He was telling me that they were still working right there in Cave.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I saw that. That was nice to see that clip there.
Yeah.
Certainly exciting to know that they're still there.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to answer the question. Are you still enjoying the Toho hentai?
Oh yeah, man. I just happened to some earlier today.
You just.
There you have it, folks. It's still good and ready to go. I mean, it's a popular franchise, so there's a lot of content.
Yes.
All right,
Quality content.
We had that question like 8 times in the past 10 minutes, so it had to get answered.
Yeah. Chat seems pleased.
I mean, you got to keep the motive. I mean, that was the original motivation, right? Remember? Like that was the question.
It was like,
like how do you keep the motivation or whatever?
Oh, let me reenact it. So Gus, how with this tension, like how do you?
Oh, that's a quote.
Do you do anything to calm your nerves?
I like Toho hentai.
God damn it! I'm just gonna shut down that channel after this. I think it's pretty much completed.
Wow.
We'll see you in a year. Anyway, yeah,
Wow.
I think we should probably try to get into some of this footage and talk
Yeah.
about some games. That was very interesting, though.
Man. Yeah, that was great. Really, really nice to kind of hear some of the background on this, and I guess like it's so interesting to kind of come full circle on that. You know, like that episode was one of the first ones that really took off with the show. and they gained a lot of traction. And now to kind of bring it back with this event, that's the first really big kind of international collaboration like this. It's really, really cool. So thank you so much, Gus, for what you've done for the community, for putting this together.
Thanks, man.
Just the fact is playing the same game, like that shows real dedication.
Yeah.
It's not just flaky stuff there.
Having the same porn, listen to the same music, got dedication.
You heard it here first. Well, on STG Weekly, or maybe for the second time on STG Weekly, 7 years later.
If it works, you don't need to fix it, right?
Yeah.
That's how the saying goes. But yeah, we had Gus on 1.5 Ultra instead of 1.01. So, what's the reason it was 1.5 instead of 1.01?
Well, that's just what I've been playing lately. Like, I hit my score goal in 1.01 back in January, right before GDQ. I had 1.4 billion, and that was really what I wanted to do, and figured I'd kind of take a break and kind of focus on 1.5 Ultra. Because there's kind of some unfinished business there.
Nice.
I want to hit 5 billion. That's always been the goal for me, 5 billion. And unfortunately, back in the day, I gave up on that, switched over to 1.01 Ultra, and now it's time to kind of like big stack.
Yeah, it's nice that you can go between the two modes, and also just the fact. Well, it's worth mentioning that the Shmupmania event was playing different modes of the same game in I think multiple circumstances. We had
I got no idea like how you could like keep track of Futari God double play and Futari 1.5 Ultra at the same time.
Yeah, that was a lot to take in, but it was fun.
Yeah, definitely. But when I was doing the commentary for that, it was like constantly juggling back and forth. Like, what am I supposed to be talking about right now?
Yeah.
That double play though.
Yeah.
That was so
I kind of get the impression like the double play kind of got overshadowed a bit by my run. And,
well, it's interesting because like I think from a viewer perspective, it's really hard to appreciate how good the double play is because like he plays it so well. He took care of everything so quickly that it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on most of the time because he's just killing stuff before it even has a chance to shoot. But that's just like, that's how good the routing is. That's how good like the whole setup is and how well executed it is. So it looks a lot less interesting than it actually is on a technical level.
Well, there's also like the control element, It's way harder to like control two ships at once than just one ship.
Do you know what he was playing on? Like, was he on pad or on sticks or?
I'm pretty sure it's a stick. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of Japanese players who use pad.
Okay.
Like, I actually got like a lot of guys who like saw my GDQ run. They were just like shocked I was able to play like that on a pad. Definitely doesn't really seem to be a thing in Japan playing Shmups on a pad keyboard, unless you're Toho.
Well, I like the modern Raiden games had the double play being played with the two joysticks, but like that was kind of like the casual approach to a double play with what Moss considered. But like,
I think Ikaruga also offers that as an option, and there's a couple
kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is really cool how like Ikaruga has a double play mode. Like, I actually found a pad that has like two different D-pads that somebody just like released, and I've been picking that up and maybe trying out some double play on my own. But
oh, that's pretty cool.
I got Futari Ultra, man. There's tons of games I'd like to try.
Yeah, double play is great fun. It's if you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend it.
You've done double plays?
I haven't done any full clears, but like I've almost gotten the Batrider normal course clear. And I used to do like occasionally Bara double play. At one point, I was trying to play Ketsui and SDOJ at the same time. There's a stream of me doing that, which is an extremely dumb idea, but it was a lot of fun. So I haven't taken it seriously, but it is extremely fun.
Yeah, that is fucking insane trying to play two shmups at the same time. Yeah.
Coming from the guy who nearly counterstops Ultra at a live demo.
There's a video of I think Carl Jobst like playing Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, and Marvel 4 at the same time, like in like 1 hour. We need something like that for shmups, I think.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of a gimmick, but at the same time, it's like really impressive that they managed to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Okay.
What were we talking about here?
I think we're gonna move on to your replay and talk about the game a little bit and how the run went and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go to the replay card.
Replay time.
So it looks like the run proper starts at about 9 minutes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what should our cue point be? Do you think, Arquis?
9 minutes.
9 exactly. Okay.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah. Loading up the run right now here.
Yeah, let's sync up.
I'm ready here.
Swatches synchronized.
All right, cool. I'll count us down. It'll be on go from 3, 2, 1, go.
All
Three.
right.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Yeah. Here it begins.
You look so happy, Gus. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I am hella happy just like putting on this event, seeing that this thing is actually happening.
We had a good turnout in viewers. I think it was like 500 or something like that.
And
Yeah,
like,
they're
Pretty good.
there are like 20 people on my stream just like watch my run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dedicated.
Yeah, there was a guy in there like he's saying like he wanted English commentary from me.
Oh man.
Come
While
on,
you're
while
doing your run.
playing. Oh boy.
It's like, yeah. Give me
That's
give me
hard.
500 bits for that.
That's at least 500 bits.
Oh boy.
Yeah, here I'm just kind of doing stage 2, stage 1, and yeah, I was expecting I was gonna have to restart.
Yeah,
Right,
that's something
so-
worth talking about. Is they allowed a restart timer for the players to restart if something within a certain time limit.
Yeah, I was told before the event that I only had like 20 minutes, and that's what I told Kiwi. But then, like, apparently they forgot to tell me that they like upped the restart time to 30 minutes. And yeah, so I was still going in with the mindset I only had like 20 minutes to work with. And Kiwi, he also had that mindset, and it kind of detracted from his run because like he thought he only had like 20 minutes. So like he was really threw out one of his runs too soon, and that kind of beat him because the one that he ended up having to go with didn't quite go as he wanted.
Mm.
Yeah, it
Kinda
definitely
nice-
sounds
yeah.
like there
Kinda
was a
nice
little
that
bit
they
of
said
miscommunication
that.
about the restart.
It was nice that they set that just so that the players could get a run that they were more or less satisfied with.
And yeah, here we are at the boss. Like on its second phase, when I do runs on my stream, I'm kind of got like a stalling thing that I do. That way my gym kind of goes down more, so I can kind of pick up more gyms at the cancel, and I can get like 5 million more points. But here I kind of didn't bother with that because I thought I only had like 20 minutes to work with, so it's kind of valuable.
Right.
Yeah. So here I just kind of like go for the speed kill strat.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Because in case you wanted to reach a certain point in the game to decide at 20 minutes to scrap the run or restart, right?
Yeah, that way I had more time to work with for my restarts.
Yeah, how were you feeling going into the run? Like, were you pretty nervous or did you feel pretty comfortable?
I was really damn nervous, actually. Like, I thought I was just going to do another, like, 2 billion sloppy clear here. And maybe if I was lucky, I could break, like, 3 billion. That's actually, like, what I told the Japanese commentators to say before the run. That I'm going for 3 billion here. Nothing
Yeah.
more.
I remember you and I talked about that a little bit as well, that you were going for 3 billion. And you blew that goal just completely out of the water here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know stage 2, you were a little concerned about going into the run. Can you tell us a little bit about kind of how you were feeling as you were going through this?
Yeah, I had no idea how stage 2 would go. Like, I told Ituji, like, because Ituji, he was also really worried about how stage 2 would go because he's seen my streams where, like, I just restart for 2 hours straight without, like, getting to stage 3. Like, I think usually on my streams, I get to stage 3, like, once a week. maybe with my routes. So yeah, he was really damn nervous about how that would go. So I told him, don't worry, I'll just like safe stress. He was like, no, dude, I want you playing exactly like you do on your stream. So
No.
that's kind of how the miracle on here.
You were going to like, I'm going to use safer strats, but Hituji was like, no, brah. We want you to go full shmup.
Yeah.
So you're saying Hituji was the one telling you if you're gonna go all the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I know these icicle cancels can get pretty hairy up here.
Yeah.
Were there any particular moments where you were like really concerned about this run?
This part right here. This is where I thought I was gonna die. This trio, like this is always the part that gets me.
Yeah, it's so dense here.
Yeah, there's some really close calls here. Look at this shit, man.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, I remember seeing some of that and like, what is he doing? Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this mid boss, I'm using a bomb here. That's still my current route that I use on my in my stream, but I've actually got worked out a no bomb strat that scores more.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, this guy who ever worked that out. And yeah.
Is that the stage 2 clip that you wanted to talk about a little bit later, or is that something else?
That was it. That was the clip.
Okay.
We're gonna go it later, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this ending section, the cancels on like the Stingray guys, that always kind of blows me away, like getting right up in there.
Yeah, this ending section is actually a lot easier than the first part.
Okay.
Once you get to the mid boss, it's pretty much smooth sailing. The thing is, like, the icicles on the first section are a lot harder than these last two on this second half, because like on the second half you've got a power up, so they're a lot more easier to kind of destroy.
Right, you can get the quick kill much more reliably there.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're heading into the the big juicy cancels. Yeah. So now we're heading into the boss.
That's the way Pat says it.
So normally when I'm streaming, I shoot for like 35k before the boss, but here I only hit like 34k. Maybe I was a little bit nervous. That kind of detracted my score a little bit, but yeah, I think even 34k in a marathon setting, that's pretty crazy. Like I think the commentators mentioned, usually if you're playing it safe, you only get like 32k maybe. Yeah, definitely took some risks to get this score. And here, you're also seeing me do a no bomb of the boss first phase. This is also something that people usually don't bother with, but dude, you told me to go all the way, so yeah. I'll wait here.
And now coming into the second phase, so we see quite a bit of milking here. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that's progressed for you? Because I know that's been a big thing that you've talked to me about recently, is like how your milking has developed on this boss.
Yeah, if you've been paying attention to my streams, you'll see even the day before the event, I spent like 2 hours just practicing this milk, and that's it. And yeah, it's actually a regular part of my streams now where I just spend like 2 hours practicing this boss.
Man,
it's just that goddamn hard. You gotta put that kind of time into it. But yeah, as you can see here, there's kind of some basic misdirection strats in play. And what I discovered recently was when it shoots out those orbs, it has 2 different directions that it can go in. On the first part, in the first cycle, it always goes to the right, and on the second cycle, it goes to the left. And those make a big difference, because when it goes to the right, that right orb that shoots out, it doesn't really shoot any pink bullets. But when it goes to the left, you have to dodge to bring up pink bullets from the right orb on top of the bullets from the left orb. So that makes it a lot more risky. And also that purple rain attack, I'm still kind of trying to figure it out, but I think it's a lot harder actually when you have the boss moving to the left. I can do it really consistently when it moves to the right, but when it moves to the left, it's still kind of messy for me.
Interesting.
And, on top of all that, there's also times where you could just get bad RNG with the boss movement. It doesn't really behave where you want it to if it's tentacle attack. And I think that actually happens here. There's too many bullets on screen when the orbs come out, so I have to either die or just get to cancel early. And yeah, that happened during the run. Yeah, right there. So yeah. It was a miracle that I only died like one time trying for this.
Yeah, I was really impressed at how well that milk went during the run.
Yeah.
It certainly seems like just so much work for this optimization.
Yeah, it is, and it's worth a lot actually. Like, I think they're worth like 80 million to like 100 million a pop. Each of those orb cancels.
When you say each orb cancel, do you mean each ring, or like each set of cancels is worth like 100-ish?
Yeah, each set, not each ring.
Okay. I was gonna say each ring. That's like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, that's a huge contributor to the overall score then.
Yeah, I think like if you do a full cancel and you get like a good stage 6, including that no bomb 2-ball strat, that 2 mid-ball strat that I've been working on, I think that 1.6 billion is possible. But like without that no bomb mid-ball strat, I think you're looking at least 1.5 billion, maybe or like even 1.55 billion.
Yeah, and so you're saying 1.5 billion just by this point in the run, like just by the end of stage 2.
Yeah, just by the end of stage 2.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
when I do this on stream, I only do like 4 cycles. And because I'm missing out on 3 cycles, that means I only end up with like 1.2 billion. And yeah, that digs into my score quite a bit. But if I didn't do that, then maybe I'd be looking at stage 3 once a month instead of just once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your score potential is well over the counter stop by now, right?
Yeah, I'm going for 5 billion.
5 billion. And are you able to track that? Or are you kind of just doing the math in your head on what you're getting for each stage?
Yeah, if you kind of just add up my individual level high scores, like 6 billion, I think is easily possible. Just like a really good individual level scores and a really good Larsify.
Okay.
I think probably like the highest human possible score is more like 5.5 billion. So yeah, 5 billion. It is a very realistic goal, I think, but just a balls hard game. So it takes a while to get it. I don't think anybody's ever done 5 billion actually at this point.
And you can calculate this like you found a workaround, Gus, on your own, which is very commendable.
Yeah.
With loading the replay in Xenia, correct? Like,
yeah, loading the replay up in Xenia and then like using Cheat Engine to kind of manipulate the score so that way nothing gets added to it until stage 5. So like you'll get your stage 5 score from the run, and then you just add up your first 4 stages score on top of it.
That's pretty cool, actually. So you don't have to, do any calculation by hand or do individual stage practice or anything. Like you can do a full run, but then just only extract the meaningful parts of it when you're watching the replay.
That's really the beauty of it. Like back in the past, like the kitty, like he claimed to have worked out some kind of method of like using the gym values to like manually calculate his score, and he claims like his PV using that method is like 4.59 billion. Jubo claimed to have broke 5 billion, but he's never actually like shown any proof for it. It's a load of bullshit, really. Just like using this manual calculation shit. I think it's such a great thing here that we finally have a method that's completely accurate. Just like shows us the real score totals using nothing but the game replay files. I think this is a big breakthrough.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's no small feat to be both like score attacking and also like finding the way to get out the score. So kudos to you, Gus.
This shit took me years. I had people telling me, no, it's never going to happen, man. You're never going to be able to do this. You're wasting your time. And I fucking did it, man. It's all about like showing that this game is legit, not just some bullshit novelty. This is a legit goddamn score game that you can play now. You can push it just like any other game.
There you go. Gus putting in the work and opening the game back up for real competition.
Yeah.
If only we could get more people to play on emulator. But
yeah, and this is really does open the goddamn game up.
Yeah, that Xenia is not bad. I tried it myself. It works, kinda. It crashes, but it works pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah, that was some really good play. Actually, I watched your stream. Like, you damn near beat 1.01 original on, like, what, your first credit in the mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're well on your way to doing that and just fucking crashed on Lars' second phase.
There's some talk that was just maybe with my video card settings or something, so I might have to go mess around with that maybe.
Yeah, that was a noof, but yeah, I'm really happy that you kind of gave it a shot.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, man.
Man.
It is
I'm
great.
really happy that people now have the opportunity to like check out 1.01, even if they weren't around for pre-order DLC. But even on top of like this counter stop shit, I mean, Xenia, I think it's really a wonderful thing that's happened for this game.
Yeah, Xbox 360 emulation. That's what we're talking about here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And for reference, this run for Shmupmania was played on Xbox 360, right?
Yeah, I don't use Xenia for any of my runs. I do everything on real hardware.
Okay.
But lately, I've been doing some practice in main using save states, and that's really kind of let me level up when I've kind of like hit a wall before. Now I'm really like kind of breaking down those walls that I was at before, and it's all about because I've got access to save states now. I'm not just like stuck doing full stage runs, getting like one shot at one spot like once every like 5 minutes. Now I can just like grind that section over and over, and yeah, I'm seeing some really nice gains now thanks to that.
That's awesome. And here on STG Weekly, we're all about save states because, like we said, if you're like a musician doesn't practice the whole piece the whole way through. He or she sits down and works on the bars, the measures that they're having problems with.
Yeah, that's Prometheus.
It's such a benefit. It's just undeniable.
Yeah, and the game it actually runs like total dog shit in main. Like it's stripping frames all over the goddamn place. It crashes when I load states, and that shit still fucking works.
Yeah, I remember.
If you can still benefit from it, then it's worth it, right? So.
Yeah.
I remember doing Ibarra practice in MAME a while ago, and yeah, like you try to load a state when you're in the wrong location, the game crashes, or you get crazy graphical glitches where it like loads the wrong tile set.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not a pleasant experience at all practicing save states in main with Futari, but it's what helps me get better, so I tolerate that bullshit. Yeah, I do not recommend playing in main as like your primary means of playing this game at all. Like every time I spend a long time in main, I start hating the game, and then I play console again, and hey, I'm reminded it's actually a good game. You don't have to deal with all that main bullshit.
I remember seeing that movement right there, kind of towards the end of stage 3, where you're right inside of that huge enemies pattern during the run. I'm like, what are you doing? It's so tight right there.
Yeah, that was actually a strat that I discovered while playing 1.01 with the 1 pixel hitbox there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I figured, hey, I might as well try it for 1.5, and sure enough, it worked just as well in 1.5. So I figured I'd use it. Yeah. This was really about like making a statement, showing off like all my total batshit strats that I found over the last few years.
Sounds like you're pretty happy with how the run went overall.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn happy with how it went.
That's nice.
Yeah, it sucks that I got so damn close to the counter stop, but it just kind of reminded myself like going in, all I wanted was like 3 billion.
Yeah, right.
Just kind of icing on the cake, really.
Good to exceed your expectations in any other case, I think.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling at this point in the run? Because clearly you've had a good couple stages behind you, but you're also coming up on stage 4, which I think you had expressed some concern about when we were talking before the run, right?
Yeah, I'm still not really good with the moth strats in stage 4 at all.
The moths are so scary.
Yeah, when you watch this,
Oh,
I actually do botch the end section pretty damn badly. That's why I kind of want you guys to like play that clip after this run showing like how they're properly done. But
I think we'll have time for that.
I did get the second Morph strat though, so that was really damn cool. Because like I'd heard in the past like that strat wasn't like realistic to pull off, but I've actually done that strat like twice now in live demos. It's really actually those last few Morphs where have a lot of difficulties now. But like the second Morph strat, it looks really damn cool actually. And that was a strat that like I found in 1.01, so it's really exciting for me that I've kind of been able to like adapt that to 1.5.
So that's pretty cool. Like that you're able to adapt some of the stuff that you learned playing 1.01 back to 1.5.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a lot of crossover, or is it just kind of specific bits and pieces?
Yeah, there is a lot of crossover actually. I definitely think like playing 1.01 for so long, that really helped me like up my skill a little bit, build up my confidence for like going for some of this crazier shit.
I can totally see that.
Like if you're like going for that stage 2 Morph strat in like 1.01, 1.5, and like the only other dude still playing the game is telling you, hey, this shit isn't realistic, dude. You're never gonna be able to pull this off. It's not very encouraging, but like now, I've got like years of experience with 1.01 where I've been doing that Morph strat like pretty much every time I hit a PB, so yeah, now I know, hey, it can be done. And yeah, I did it.
Oh man, that death in on the caterpillar in stage 4.
Yeah, it's funny. Like It's funny. Like I do all this hard shit, and then I just die like something basic like that.
That's always how it is though. Like you get through the hard part, and then you're not really like thinking, like you're not concentrating on the easy stuff that's happening right now. You're thinking ahead to, okay, what's the next hard part? What's the next like?
Yeah.
What's my next milestone? What's my next like?
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, here we got that second Morph strat coming up. This is the money strat. The one that nobody else does besides me. But I gotta give credit to RSQ. Remember, he's that abnormal palm guy. The last time we did Futari, he's actually been getting into this mode lately. And he's been learning my Morph strats. He's been studying them. And like just last night, he tweeted out that he figured out how to do those last 2 Morphs. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's really damn cool. Like I got him kind of following my footsteps now. He was in my replays to kind of guide him.
Well, and that's really great that you were able to like inspire him to take another stab at the game, and now he's also kind of like feeding back into the overall meta and strategy approach to it.
Yeah, man. It's amazing
Nice.
like how fast his progress is. Like these Morphs, like they took me goddamn years to like figure out and get confident in, but like he's figuring them out like after what, like a month playing the mode. But yeah. He actually he seems to be pretty hardcore studying my replays. I guess that's a resource that I didn't really have back then. He actually like tweeted at me, like I made this tweet like showing all my replays, all my IL records that like I just got like at one stream somehow while I was practicing for this. And he, oh man, this is a great textbook I can use.
So what you're saying is like you wish that you had spent all that time developing a time machine instead, so that you could go to the future and download all your replays and then go back so you could get the world record earlier.
Yeah, that'd be cool if I had all this shit when I was starting out. There's no doubt I spent a significant amount of time here just kind of like making my strats.
So do you feel like the community for this game in particular has evolved in the last 7 years? Or
Well, I am the community for the last 7 years pretty much.
Right, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, it's definitely evolved quite a bit. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, this strat on stage 4 that you're seeing here with that tower, like that was actually a new strat that like I just figured out like a few days ago. Like,
okay.
You see those mid-sized enemies right here, those mid-sized Morphs. Okay, so like I actually like used them as a visual indicator for like when I switch to laser against that tower. Like I see one of those like clumps coming at me from those moths, and that's when I switch to laser. And yeah, that shit works. And that's really like what allowed me to like hit a PB, an IL PB for this stage, earning that strat. And yeah, now it looks like we're kind of coming up on the end where on those end moths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the part where it's really fucking tense every goddamn time. And the thing like before, if you're not paying attention before this spot too, like you can die. I had a close call there, you look closely. And yeah, I thought I was in the clear, got this worm canceled, and then yeah, just bam, it happened. Yeah.
I didn't even see that. What did you run into? Like, did you run into one of the moths?
Sized enemies.
Oh yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah. But then I kind of try to salvage it anyway. Pull this totally batshit improvised dodge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the cancel
That
there
was
on the
crazy.
boss was like, it's so tense there.
Yeah. And yeah, here I'm actually back on track. Back on track with my strats, and then I botch it again. Run into this mid-sized enemy again.
Oh.
Yeah. That's kind of unfortunate. I think if I had gotten that could have been a counter stop. Yeah, there's a lot of places in here where, like, I think that could have been a counter stop. He's like, yeah, with these strats, I'm just way ahead of counter stop pace, really.
Yeah, I mean, I remember looking at your score here, and this was one of the first moments in the run where I realized, like, hey, I think he's actually, like, maybe get a counter stop. Because you're already at almost 2.4 billion here.
Holy shit, I didn't realize that I was that high at this point, actually.
Yeah, so it was pretty nuts to watch that. Be like, he's doing real well right now. Even with the mistakes in stage 4, like it, we definitely noticed like the errors on the stage 4 and like how that was affecting your play. But it seemed like you recovered really well from it. So going into stage 5 was definitely like pretty exciting to be watching that. Like this is a really good run.
Yeah. Stage 5 was going pretty well, actually. Like, there was just like one death late in the stage, and that kind of ended it for me. But SMC, like, he said he thinks that like maybe I actually could have counter stopped it like right up to like the TLB. Like, it was really only those TLB deaths what kind of did me in.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah.
It certainly seemed like you were at a really, really good pace up until like very, very near the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Just gotta get 5 billion.
Hell yeah. So talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling here. Like you're just coming up at the end of stage 4 and starting into stage 5. You've had a really solid run behind you, but you also still have stage 5 to go. And I know you practiced stage 5 a ton. Your routing and such on the lanterns is spectacular, but like, how were you feeling here? Did you really feel the pressure on, or?
Like, I was expecting I was going to be botching the beginning of stage 5, because that's what happened. Like every single practice run that I did, I botched the beginning of stage 5.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, like when it mattered, like I actually got it finally. So yeah, that was a really damn good feeling.
Nice.
I definitely was not expecting to like come close to the counter stop, like even going into stage 5, because yeah, I knew that there was very high odds of me just botching the beginning and the run just like going off the rails.
Yeah, I mean the opening for stage 5 with your routing is so precise, it's really scary to watch.
It is really fucking scary, for sure.
Just cancel after cancel after cancel after cancel. It's so nice when you watch it like being done so smoothly like this.
Yeah, and it feels good playing it as well.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's only like when you botch it that it's kind of feels bad, man.
Right. I imagine getting off route here is really scary.
Yeah, definitely. You got all those goddamn lanterns. Like you die like one time there, and it's unplanned, and you're looking like 10K down the drain right there.
Do you have like recovery strategies for the whole stage, depending on where you make mistakes, or is it just kind of like, okay, well, I'm off route and I gotta wing it?
Yeah, it's just I'm off route, gotta wing it, man. There's not really a whole lot you can do to recover here. It's like the death anywhere here is just like so damn costly.
So yeah, Kiwi actually is just asking this in chat, like how detrimental is a death for score at this point in the game?
It's hugely detrimental. Like I think that death like cost me like what, 300 million?
Wow.
Well, because the bigger the counter, the bigger the loss, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, and it usually, since you're playing like in the last stage, like you've been building up counter for like through the other stages, right? And this is like, all right, here we go. You got to keep alive in this last stage.
Well,
Cave always likes to put that shit on the line at the end. Fuckers.
Yeah.
It's the stage counter that determines your score, remember? But yeah, the problem is like the stage counter for this stage just gets like so huge that yeah, it makes a huge impact when you die and like you lose like 1/3 of your stage counter right there.
Is it third? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you lose 1/3 if you die.
Ooh, that was a crispy dodge.
We got the mid boss now, right?
Yeah, the mid boss.
Do you call those little oranges or the little orange burst from the dragon anyway?
Yeah, tasty.
He's got his leftover oranges for you.
Got to get that vitamin C.
Yeah.
Is that what the cancels are?
Oranges. I felt like they were like mini suns that like he's shooting out.
Yeah, I think they're probably supposed to be fireballs.
Oh.
But I like the oranges. It's pretty good.
Yeah. You gotta get. That's how you get your juicy cancels.
Yeah, exactly. It all goes into that.
That dodge and cancel right there. That enemy so. This whole section where you're kind of going back and forth.
Yeah. This section, this was scary as hell. Because like I could not actually like see those mid-sized enemies through all the bullets, so I was really damn scared I was like gonna run into one of them.
Right, I bet.
Oh.
And I forget, do you even get the 1-up here? Like, since you're already at max stock.
Yeah, I always get the 1-up. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you route for it, it's better just to do it.
Yeah, and here I kind of like go to safe route here. We're gonna watch a clip later. This route I've been working on, but here I'm just kind of like playing it safe, and then like I get a little bit too greedy, and yeah, I die.
So yeah, you're at 3.35 here. Yeah, it's still crazy to watch. Like the pace is so strong, even this far in.
Yeah, actually, that death could have easily been avoided if I just like stuck with laser. Just my read kind of screwing me over. And then we got this strat coming up that is just like really bad shit. Spent a lot of time in main practicing it, and then I just kind of like went nuts when I actually got it.
What that
story?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then this next part, like, this is actually kind of reverse. Like, it's a really fucking easy dodge that I discovered in main. Like, before my strat, like, I was kind of like jumping around everywhere, but then I practiced in main, I found out, nah, all you need is tap dodge it.
To the right,
that's great.
to the right there, that one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, right before the descent. That's really clean.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all thanks to main here.
Just goes to show that we really need these save states in all the modern shmup ports.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to M2 for giving us that in their ports.
Yeah, save states are
Shout out
good.
to the M2 in general.
Hell yeah. Those toe playing games coming up.
Oh man, this. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to get that last part, but I just said, fuck it, man.
yeah, that final approach is ugh.
Just like pinned at the back, just getting those dodges in. Pretty good.
Yeah, Ituji, he did say go all the way.
Yeah. So you're coming into Larso with 3.6 billion. I had even forgotten that you got that high before the boss. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think, I really could have gotten the counter stop here with a better fight. SMC is probably right on that. Like, yeah, really, I only died one time in stage 5.
So like, how comfortable were you feeling at this point? You know, do you feel pretty confident with this fight, or are there still a lot of things that can go wrong?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, but like, I had such a massive reserve of lives, there wasn't really a whole lot of pressure. So I just wanted to like get a good fight.
And you're playing on non-standard extends, right?
Yeah, this is extends every 80 million. And yeah, this is really like the only way you can play this game in a marathon, like reliably clear it.
Right, yeah.
I figured I'd kind of go with that, but then I saw some of the runs later on in the event where like you had like Rokuchichi who playing Diojo on defaults and like yeah, playing like botched their runs. So yeah, not gonna lie, that made me feel kind of guilty here that I kind of had the luxury of like playing on non-defaults and they didn't.
Well, it's interesting to kind of compare though, because I feel like you've been very consistent with your ability to reliably clear this game when you've done live demonstrations, and that could potentially be due to the non-default extends. Whereas like the Japanese players, like Fufufu has multiple times in the past not made it through White Label 2-all in demo, which, you know, that's nothing to laugh at all. That game is insane, but it's just an interesting comparison.
Yeah, like the reason why I go with non-defaults like is that just kind of like seems to be the standard for a lot of players during an arcade demo. Like when I was in Japan, I met with Nakedi, and like he kind of played some Futari Ultra for me at his arcade. Like he did non-default as well, so that's kind of like be the standard among a lot of players. But you know, there's not really a whole lot of hype in like playing with non-defaults, like going into the boss with like such a massive reserve of lives. Like, where's the hype? So yeah, definitely kind of thinking here, like maybe I can get better, maybe do some non-defaults next time, even if it's not clear.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, you gotta get good first, you know.
This game just seems so unforgiving if you're playing it on standard settings in a live setting like this.
Yeah. And so is Diojo. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, that is some serious shit. I mean, we spend so much time like trying to get that run, you know, but like in a live marathon, you get one chance, so it's like a pretty big difference. As far as just like completing the game and whatnot, it's definitely something to consider. Those different settings.
Yeah, and that's where the 30-minute restart thing kind of comes in.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, like, they kind of gave players that luxury, so that way, like, they didn't have like a situation where just they like game over early on and that's it, boys. They kind of need leeway. I think have given people some leeway to restart. That's a really good thing to have during these shmup events. You know, it's not like speed running where like you can just kind of play sloppy, still clear anyway. This is different shit here.
Right, and I think that's one of the reasons it was so cool to see that as part of the rule set. Is it's sort of like creating a convention that makes more sense for this format. Because if you do it in kind of the speedrun sense, where you have like a very particular estimate on how long it's supposed to take, and it definitely puts a different kind of pressure on these games where they're already so brutal to try to get through. I think it's interesting. There's probably a good conversation that could be had. Especially since Aquas, I know you've had some experience doing both live shmup demos and live speedrunning demos, and you probably have a good perspective on that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, the non-default is definitely a good idea for the Futari run, because I mean, if you fail like the default settings early on, then like the whole run is kind of deflated to the spectator, I think. But when they see that they've earned lives and stuff, it's like, oh, it's okay, they're doing great. This is the great run. I'm enjoying this,
Okay.
So I think it's definitely still a great idea as far as like something like a GDQ shmup run, because I mean those people aren't gonna they're not gonna know too much of the difference between default and non-default is the fact of the matter.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, doing non-default that's probably the way to go for like speed run event showcase runs. Probably like more like hardcore shmup events like these where you might like want to like do defaults and just like give a shitload of time to restart.
Yeah. Well, and it may be too much time to restart because, like with SDOJ, I think Piketty does almost an entire clear and then does a reset and gets another run in. But that's kind of like the fine tuning on this sort of thing.
But that's also like why the SDOG race was so hype. Like he just like did like one shot, a great run, and built up this big lead while Kayar, he didn't get out of stage 3. Then he finally got out of stage 3, and he managed to beat Piketty's old run while Piketty couldn't really recover.
Yeah,
like that's what shit, man.
That's great. So yeah, how are you feeling here? I mean, you're so close to the end of the game, and you're at 3.76 billion. Were you just really confident? Like, yeah, I can bring it home from here, no problem.
Well, I wasn't too happy with dying on that first attack of the TLB second phase, but yeah, by this point, I'm just feeling really good about the run.
Okay.
I'm real happy. Like, I actually posted a picture on my Twitter, and I think you kind of like see it as well as part of this VOD here. Like, I'm just like so goddamn happy all the way up to the end. Yeah, that game entry, the name entry screen, like, I got this big grin on my face. And yeah, this final, like I was thinking like maybe I could do it with 2 bombs, but yeah, it didn't really quite work out like I hoped. So yeah, just kind of ate the death, and that was it.
So, do you have like how was this run, or how was the event received in the Japanese community? Do you feel like it went really well?
Yeah, I think this run, like, it was really well received in the community. Like, I actually tweeted about it, and it got a lot of likes. Like, there were a lot of Western people who didn't really like it because they gave CLP some credit for like coaching me going into the event. Apparently, some people aren't fans of CLP, but yeah, a lot of Japanese people. Yeah,
I'll chime in on that, but I'm glad. He's working for you. So,
well, yeah, congratulations. That was a fantastic run.
Thanks, dude.
GG.
Thanks.
Yeah,
and,
GG.
Yeah. And I think there's kind of some kind of like pause here where like I just kind of like checking the chat. Yeah, I kind of get up, let the credits for a little bit, see what's going on, and then I come back later on, and that's where the money shot is.
Yeah, but getting back about CLP, he's being chill, and we're being chill, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad dude.
Well, it's good that you're working with him. Maybe like it's all good in the hood.
Yeah. Yeah, like this guy, he actually used to be a pretty serious athlete. Like he like used to be serious about like doing biking, a serious juggler. The dude, like he's very well versed in like how to succeed at this shit. And yeah, get that face shot going on that name entry.
Oh fuck!
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure I got it.
I think we cropped it out.
Yeah. Can we rewind that a little bit?
Let me rewind it a little bit.
Yeah, we got to see the face.
Yeah.
Well, if you're out there, CLP, hey man, I wish you the best. F man wishes you the best.
Yeah. Check that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
YMG.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so YMG, if you don't know, he was my commentator for this run, so I figured I'd give him a shout out.
Oh, cool.
Well, it was cool to see how some of the Japanese players put your initials as well in their runs to give you kind of return the favor, as it were.
Yeah, YMG, like he used my initials for his Esperade run, and then also like the day after, like Ituji, he did a revenge run on DDP where he used my initials. So now there's a 750 million DDP score with my initials on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's really cool.
It's really a good feeling to have, because like I'm just like so into like the game's history, and yeah, it feels surreal, man. Like having like my initials on like a great run from like one of the best players out there, not the greatest ever at that game.
That's a really cool like custom, like to give each other homage. Like I think that bespeaks the success of Shmupmania as a crossover, bringing the two communities together.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a thing that they do like in the Kyoto shoot 'em up scene. Like a lot of the players there, like they'll kind of like sign runs that aren't like quite their PB, but are still pretty good with like initials from their friends, just kind of like give them a shout out. And yeah, there's actually kind of a story, like a funny story, like in the West, like for a long time, like there was this Kitsui replay going around where like this guy gets like 500 million, barely losing empty locking, and like he signs his name as like Jap. So for a long time, a lot of people thought the dude running that replay was a guy called Jap. It turns out the actual guy running the replay was called OCG. And he just kind of had a friend called Jap, and he kind of wanted to give him a shout out there.
Makes me think of Jap Jack, which is the infamous user in the Shmups forum.
Shout out to Jap Jack. Hope you're doing well, bro. This is the episode of forgiveness. We forgive you here.
I don't even forget. I forgot what his story was. It's just been so long.
Maybe it's good to have it forgotten. Let bygones be bygones here.
But yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna check out some clips now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we still got some time for that?
Sure.
Yeah, let's shoot for it.
Cool.
Let's see here.
Which one did you want to start with?
How about that stage 2 mid boss? Kind of go in order.
That works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, load up that stage 2 mid boss.
I got it queued up on my end.
Okay, I have stage 2 mid boss queued up as well. Okay, I'm zeroed out. I can repost it in the chat for you, Aquas. Do you have it?
Thought I did. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here you go.
Okay, I can use a Twitch link. It's fine.
Cool.
Let me just quickly capture this.
Okay, I'm gonna start queuing up the other ones. Let's see if we can.
So we got a second here. Oh no, looks like Aqua's got it. Okay.
So yeah, 245. That's kind of the part in the replay that has the money clip.
All right, let me get myself over there.
Okay, queuing up at 245.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
So what's the deal with this?
So yeah, this is like the first time anybody's ever like actually found a way to like no bomb the mid boss while still being like get a decent score.
Oh shit.
Because like before SMC, like he found a strat where like he kind of like rush out those earlier icicle cancels, and it really detracts from your score. So sort of a zero-sum game, having to like no bomb the mid boss if you're also kind of losing some score on the icicles. And then Chubo, like he recently posted a clip where like he got good icicles, but then like he also kind of like switched over to shot at some point during this mid boss. And yeah, he has to do some absolutely ridiculous dodges here and kind of miss times to cancel as well. But with my strat here, the strat that I found with these wall dodges, like you don't need to worry about any of that. It completely solves everything. Like you can like no bomb the mid boss, also like dealing enough damage and like being safe enough so that you actually can time a good in cancel. And yeah, I think it's really damn cool. This was actually another main strat, actually. Like I remember when I was posting this strat, like people were thinking, man, how the fuck can you do this shit, man? You gotta be like frame perfect, and yeah, you kind of have to be really fucking precise here. But I practiced this strat enough that I could actually get pretty decent consistency doing those dodges. It's kind of just the other parts of the stage where I was having difficulties, and yeah, that's really why I'm just kind of like satisfied, like just having a replay of it. That's why I didn't really go for it in the live demo.
All right, I'll count us down then for it.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, starting at 2:45.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't already watch it?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Prepare to have your minds blown, dudes.
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Yeah, check it out. So yeah, just totally normal icicles, and then pretty much normal mid-boss fight, and then those fucking wall dodges.
What?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently nobody ever thought to do that
It
before.
doesn't look so bad. It's just like some Katsui shit, right?
Oh shit, man.
Just looks really tight.
Wow.
I mean, those
That was
bolts are pretty.
awesome.
Those bolts are pretty quick, I guess.
Wow. Well, okay. How consistent do you feel like that is? Like, is that something that's reliable for you?
I think I can do those dodges like maybe 1/3 of the time or like 50% of the time. It's actually a lot more consistent than you think.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, the problem, from doing that in like a full run, it's not just like that. It's like trying to do that on top of all my other crazy shit.
Right, exactly. It's like you get all those other
Yeah.
optimizations. You have a run that's holistically good, and then you also get this trick that you're 50% consistent at.
Yeah, like having to add that on top of everything else, like when my consistency is already horrible. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that, man.
All right, so we looking at stage 4 moss next.
Yeah, the smooth moths.
Smooth. Gotta get that butter.
Yeah.
Sage 4 boss. All right, let's see here. Do I got this one? I think I might have this one.
The file name I have is at-cm_682883585.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. Oh yeah, I got that. Okay, cool. Pop that in here. A little poppin'.
There we go, boys.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. All right, so here I destroyed a tower. Just kind of like basic shit so far, and then I swerve to the right. And yeah, this is very meticulously planned dodges here. Like, it looks kind of random, but it's not. It all has a very set path that I just kind of memorized. And then here's the main shit. You see those mid-sized enemies here that I kind of leave alive? That was actually an optimization I discovered in MAME. Like, before I was just like killing everything ASAP, but figured it's actually pretty good for your score leaving them alive, and yeah. Then some more crazy dodges, and yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have the face on the cam, but that was funny. Pog.
Yep.
Champ.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leave
Very
them
nice.
alive there, so like you collect the green auras then.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
about. That's what it's about. Leaving them alive so that way they can like shoot while you got that cancel still going.
Yeah, they don't shoot like side on the side of you, right? Or
What?
those mids don't shoot to the side.
They don't shoot to the side. Oh,
Shoot to the side.
wait, what are we talking about here?
Those enemies you left alive, they don't like
Yeah.
shoot to the side at you, do they?
Yeah, they're aim. You see here, like
See. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like you left him alive actually, and then they float off screen.
Oh, you're talking about those dudes after the tower. Oh yeah. I'm not talking about those guys. I always let them alive because like they're just out of range. Like the dudes I'm talking about leaving alive, like those are the guys who are like after this first moth cancel.
Oh, I see him shooting now. Okay, you're below them. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it.
My bad.
Yeah.
Nice. Smooth. All right. Nice.
Great.
And yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah, this is stressful as fuck to do.
I bet. And then just the stage 5 descent, right?
Yeah, that's stage 5 descent. That's a brand new strat. I just got it last night after kind of spending some time practicing on main.
Wow,
What?
last night. That's how new this is? That's wow. Okay.
Off the press.
Hot off the presses. You got it here. Wow, nice.
Okay. I guess I'm ready with that.
Okay, me too. I'm cute.
I'm ready.
All right, here's Gus' stage 5 descent. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So yeah, there's actually a lot going on here. Like you see when that dragon head shows up on screen, I get that first lantern cancel, kind of canceling his bullets. Like I actually kind of time it, so that way, like when it happens, like he's like just starting to like begin his second round of shots, so I can get a better cancel. But if you time it too late, then like what happens? Okay, the way his shots work is like he'll shoot like a round of shots out, and those shots there, like other bullets will like spawn from it. Okay. So like if you're too late with this first lantern cancel after he's on screen, like what'll end up happening is like that round of shots for like your second lantern cancel, like they just won't be there. Because the shots are supposed to be, the bullets that are supposed to be out there generating bullets, like they won't be on screen. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so you kind of like have to get some sweet spot there. Where like you can at the same time like get a nice juicy cancel while also making sure it's gonna be some bullets on screen for the next lantern. And then like I get that next lantern and just gonna like haul ass to that third lantern, getting the cancel there.
Damn.
Because yeah, it is kind of tight trying to time that without like the lantern like going off screen. And yeah, this is definitely something that I would not have found without MAME for sure. But yeah, I'm pretty proud to have found it because I mean this looks slick as fuck. Am I right?
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
Wow.
Especially that very last one, just right there. It's like, oh, that's so satisfying.
Yeah, and then like the cool thing about the strat though is like compared to like what I was doing before, like all this damage that like you do to this dragon head from like having to like swerve side to side like this, you're actually like really setting up the next part where that second part comes off. You're setting up really good, so that way it's not like such a struggle to like get that cancel with that big dude like it was before my older strat.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm fucking addicted to watching this clip, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And again, like how consistent do you feel integrating like that or the stage 4 moth trick into your runs?
Well, the moth trick, that's already in my runs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You were able to do that successfully in the run that we just saw.
Yeah, I went for it, but I wasn't successful. But yeah, it's definitely part of my run. It's definitely something I gotta do because it's just like work a shitload. And yeah, I'm always trying to like improve my consistency. Right now, I'm not too happy with my consistency, but you know, just gotta get it up there. And it's the same deal with that lantern strat. I just like got it for the first time on stream last night properly. So yeah. Just gotta keep practicing, gotta keep trucking, man.
Nice. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Any overall thoughts that you haven't gotten a chance to share about this event or about your run or just about the last couple of years in general?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with this event. Like, like with these older events, where like we kind of brought over like Japanese players. Like, I think the issue that I always had with those was like you just like watch the Japanese dudes play and that'd be it. Like the Westerners, like they're always like kind of put in this like subservient position. Like they were below the Japanese dudes. Japanese dudes were super players, and the English dudes were just kind of like dudes who watched them. But like with this event, what I'm really proud of what I did was like we kind of got equal footing with the Japanese player. Okay, like there was a big focus not just on the highlighting Japanese players, but like also on highlighting the Western players. And the Western players were doing things that like the Japanese players didn't even understand. Like after the event, like he sent out a tweet Kiwi. That glitch that he found in Mushi, like that's the first time they ever saw anybody do that shit. So Kiwi kind of blew Fufu's mind there. And I'm really proud of like what we accomplished here. Like this is right here. This is the real shooting exchange. Okay, this is an actual exchange of ideas. We're kind of moving on from this bullshit in the past where we're just like Westerners like asking Japanese players for replays. We're kind of going in the driver's seat now. We're getting equality, and that's what I'm really proud of.
Very nice.
We got a question in chat about the stream background. This is fan art for the Shmupmania event that was made by Nov or Novus. Their handle on Twitter is at Novus_Rue, NOVUS_RUE. And thank you very much, Novus, for letting us use this artwork for the episode.
Let's see if we can find that.
Kiwi just posted a link to it. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Kiwi.
Yeah, it's a great piece of artwork.
Take a look at the art. It's quite nice.
Oh, wow. So this is about the same dude who did that Big Juicy Cancels artwork.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, yeah, she's even wearing the Big Juicy Cancel shirt.
It's so good.
It's a good shirt.
My only question is, where's Side-Eye Ojo?
I don't know.
Maybe the B. Maybe that'll give Novus Rue or AKA Einhart like do some more revisions. It's really good. Wow.
Yeah, the artwork is great. Some of it's a little cropped off here just for the sake of the composition of the framing, but you have Daring Spino is represented as like literally a Spinosaurus just eating a bee.
It's kind of like near the weekly word up there.
Yeah, there's a little kiwi on Reiko's head in the background. Like, yeah, it's great. It's really great.
Yeah, there was also some kind of like complaining, like after the event, like people didn't really like take too kindly to like a Kayar. He's Korean and like he's being presented as like this Western player. But I think, hey, is everything still going?
Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, we're still going.
Yeah, we're still live. Okay, so yeah, some people didn't take too kindly to like Kayar being on like the Western side, but I don't really agree with that. Like, I think like if you're playing, like you're uploading replays, you're communicating a lot of stuff online, you're basically a Western player in my book. Like, I don't have an issue like considering a dude like RSQ Western player. Because like in my mind, the thing that like separates like the Western scene and Japanese scene is not really geography, but like what I was talking about in like that Cave interview, it's like offline versus online. You know what I'm saying? They're like Japanese players, like they're mostly focused on like offline, playing in arcades really. And they're only like streaming because like arcades are closed down.
Yeah.
But like these guys outside of Japan, like they don't really have such a great arcade scene going. So it's primarily centered online. And to me, that's kind of like the viewpoint that like have us moved towards. I've been like viewing it like West versus like Japan versus China versus Korea. Just kind of thinking like offline and online.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it. More of like a philosophical approach than a geographical one. I think that's pretty accurate.
It's not geography.
I think one of the other things that's really interesting about the event is that there's sort of this presentation of it as like, you know, the Japanese player versus the Western player, but really it was much more, I guess, like collaborative than anything else, especially since oftentimes they were showing different routes or different games entirely. Like, you know, the God mode run alongside the Futari Ultra run, which, like, yeah, they're both based on Futari, but they're completely different in terms of how they actually play. And then it's also interesting kind of on a meta level because it's this sort of Japanese arcade philosophy that's being sort of refactored into a more westernized, to use your kind of approach on it, a more westernized presentation. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it is a really exciting time here.
Absolutely.
We got these Japanese dudes like suddenly kind of like turning towards the West, streaming on Twitch. It's like one of those hell just froze over type deals. But yeah, even though like we're just kind of supposed to be like playing together here, since we're like even like playing the same game, like I'll be honest, like I took this shit pretty fucking seriously, wanting to see like the Western players kind of like outplay the Japanese players, and like yeah, I was really fucking happy when that actually ended up happening. You know, I do think the Westies ended up stealing the show this time around. And yeah, that's really a statement being made here, that we are not subservient to Japanese players, that we can be just like right on their level.
Well, yeah, and also that they're human too. I mean, just, you know, seeing all the resets that happen in those runs and how that was a common thing on both sides.
Yeah.
You know, like you're saying that Western players are able to best the Japanese players. Like it's not some innate talent thing. There was also a great thing about this with when the Ketsui PS4 port came out, they did like a compilation video of all the times SPS died recording the Superplay DVD that came with it. You know, that kind of thing is amazing. Like it's great because it shows that, yeah, like all these players are human. Even the super players who can do this at a level that, you know, nobody else can, that the world record holders have refined their game so much. And then here's a video of him dying like 400 times in a row.
Yeah, that's one of WTN's favorite quotes, actually. Like, you talk to him, he'll tell you, super players are human too.
And you know what? I think it's not a chauvinist thing or a nationalist thing. It's how to keep the conversation going. I can remember for Analog, the fighting game community, right? They were talking about, wow, the Japanese are invincible in Street Fighter. You know, they keep on taking Evo, you know, Daigo. But it was interesting that in order to keep these games alive, you know, Shmups, there has to be a competition, right, to kind of keep the conversation going. Like, this replay is the statement, and then, oh, you want to beat the score, here's another statement, and it keeps the game alive in this way.
Yeah, like, I really don't have any hard feelings to any Japanese players. It's all really just a name like friendly competition, pushing the games.
Yeah. No
hate there.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's about, you know, in the spirit of like friendliness and cooperation, then yeah, I don't think there's any problem with that. Just want to be careful not to present it as like an East versus West kind of a thing, because I think that sends the wrong message.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're not like that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like villainize any Japanese players here. Those are all great dudes. I'm real happy for what they did for helping put on this event. I think just amazing situation all around. Yeah,
it's been amazing. Do you know, is there any plan to put on a second one or another similar event in the future?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Like the reason why this event happened, like it was Golden Week, you know, like I was saying before, we wanted to like have a Golden Week event. But yeah, maybe next year we'll have a similar one. And actually in the Toho scene, like just a few months ago, there was an event just like this called the Toho World Cup, where like they also like did this big thing where they like Western players cooperating with like Japanese players and Chinese players. And like funny enough, like there were actually some like Westies who like had heat with other Western players, like defected to like the Chinese side. It was kind of funny, but yeah, I think it's really cool like how we're kind of like seeing these streaming bits happen, seeing more cooperation like across the board in like just about every facet between like Western players and Japanese players. That's this is what I've been wanting to see for like a long ass time here. Like you remember that the episode from like 7 years ago where like I mentioned like I was like wanting to like be part of like that Japanese scene, and yeah, we're kind of like seeing all those efforts kind of come out here.
It's actually happening, or it has happened. And it's
happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
So do we have Kiwi coming on next?
We do, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are we just gonna power straight through it, or do we want to like intermission for 5 minutes or something? I kind of got to run to the bathroom, so I'd love a little tiny break here.
Yeah, I think we'll take a 3 to 5 minute break here.
Yeah.
All right,
At
cool.
least.
So,
Don't touch
Gus.
that dial, folks.
Yeah,
STG
don't touch
Weekly
that.
will return.
yeah, Gus, thanks for coming on again. It's good that you're still at this at 7 years, and here's to many more years more.
Hell yeah, man. I'll keep playing Futari until I die. I
Yeah.
want to be that Futari Ultra OG side.
Yeah.
Jackie
Yeah.
has to toe hentai till you die.
Hell yeah.
Gotta
to
get
5
that
billion.
in there.
At least you graduated, Gus. No more mom asking you about tutors anymore. So you're your own man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
fuck
was-
the tutors.
I was a little bit concerned actually that she'd be coming in while I was recording this because yeah, people have seen her in fact coming on stream and giving me some shit.
Nice. Love your mom, fellas. That's what. Just love your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no shame living with your parents, really.
No.
No.
I did it for a very long time.
Alright. Yeah, thanks again, Gus. Alright, we're gonna take a 5 minute break here, and we're gonna come back with Kiwi on his experiences in the Shmupmania event. So yeah, stay around, folks.
Fucking hype, man. I'll be right here in chat.
Yep. Thank you so much, Gus.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, we're clear there.